my name is Jordan, I'm from Jordan, and you are watching The Jordan Show. Today we are reacting to the second episode of Season 2 from the Ricky Gervais show with the title Doppleganger. Are you guys ready for this? I am totally ready. Let's start the video. Roll it!
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right? Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello. And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
Guys, what do you think about my round head? You know, like, is it as rounded as Carl's? I don't know. I think maybe it is. To be honest, I don't know about what you guys think about bald heads. For me, it was maybe one of the most important decisions I took in my life, to shave my head like this. It gave me like 10 to 20 points confidence boost in a way I never thought it would actually affect my life. But yeah, seriously, like I love it. It just feels really good, guys. Why the fuck I'm talking about my bald head right now? We're watching Carl's bald head right now. Let's keep watching. All right.
Now, Carl, I know you're fascinated by the concept of the doppelganger, of seeing someone who looks exactly like you. Yeah. Jake has emailed in. He says,
Dude, I never thought about this. Do you think maybe somehow my bald head and Carl's bald head are like doppelgangers? Is that how it works? I don't know.
Carl, if you could spend a day with an exact replica of you, okay, so somehow they've cloned you, Carl, and you've got him for one day, what would you do with this? What would you make him do? What conversation would you have with him? What would you do? Is there anything you could, how would you utilise him for one day?
Well, they'd both say I'm not bothered, and that'd be the end of conversation.
What would do me head in is, does he think the same way, look the same way,
exactly the same?
Yeah. How would I know which one I was?
Because you'd be you.
That's amazing.
No.
How would I know which one I was?
Incredible.
No, because
that is the most stupid thing ever said by a human being. Can we get the Guinness Book of Records on this? Has anyone anywhere in the world said anything more stupid than how would I know which one was me?
But think about it. This other person's going, all right, thanks for meeting up and that. And I go, hang on a minute. No, you came to me. And then Suzanne would come home and she wouldn't know the difference. And then suddenly you'd start doubting yourself. And you go, should I be leaving? So how do I know if I am that real one, if he knows what I know?
But you know who you are because you're experiencing
But he'd be saying that because he'd say, yeah, it is a bit weird.
But you know the truth, you idiot.
How would I know which one I was?
Oh my god. To be honest, how would I know which one I was? But seriously, I'm with Carl on this, It's really weird. Just to think about your existence as a human being is weird. To actually take a deep breath and think that you are this one person who happens to be in this point of the universe at this exact time, in this house, in this village or city, in this country, in this continent, on this planet, out of millions and millions and millions of planets, and you're alive, and you're breathing, and you have thoughts. when you think about that, as like when it comes to Carl's point of view, the other Carl is thinking exactly the same, you know, and it's fucking weird, and it's really I can't think anymore. I can't think anymore. Let's keep watching.
So anyway,
But bear in mind,
What would you do?
You could pass him off as yourself.
What would you do? Would you play tricks? Would you, you know,
You could be in two places at once.
would you do stings? Would you do scams?
no, because it would only end up getting me into trouble, won't it? Because people won't believe that there's another one like me. Otherwise, everyone would be saying that when they get caught robbing. They go, "Oh, it wasn't me; it was me doppelganger." It can only. I wouldn't want it, to be honest. It's a bit of a headache, isn't it? Because he could be going off, going mental, causing all sorts of trouble, and you're going, "Will you pack it in?" And he's going, "What? What are you on about?" But then that wouldn't happen, would it? Because he's being me, so he'd be sat wherever I am anyway. Because he'd want to do what I want to do. So pointless. But I still wouldn't want it.
It's unbelievable.
That was a conversation with himself.
That was amazing.
That was like experiencing what it would be like if there was two Carls.
Yeah,
He's having a discussion with himself.
we could have left in that time and come back, and he'd be arguing still.
What does this mean? Does this mean though that I could just sit at home and not do anything, and just send me out on?
Yes.
And when he's seen something happen, I'm seeing it.
No.
You're separate people.
You're separate people.
But then he's not a doppelganger. Then,
Well,
is he?
you're identical twins then. You found out identical twins and he's got exactly the same input as you. I mean, it's not a real question, is it? It's just a little, again...
But I said to you the other week about twins and that, how I wouldn't like to have a twin. It's all right when you're a kid, but unless you're a Siamese twin, even they don't even look alike, do they? They're just stuck together. You don't go, oh, don't they look like each other? They have different haircuts. They don't carry that thing on, do they? That normal twins do. Like normal twins, the mums say have the same haircut, wear the same shirt. Siamese twins never look the same. They've just got their arse stuck together.
Again, it's a dialogue in his own head.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Okay, Carl. This is a logical conundrum. To a certain extent, there's a little bit of lateral thinking because, but there is only one right answer. Now, the pressure here isn't to get this right. The pressure is when I've told you the answer to then understand it. Because when I've explained this to people, I've laid out for them, they still can't quite get the concept. Okay, so there's two doors, Carl.
Yeah.
One leads to heaven, one leads to hell. Okay, they're identical, you can't tell them apart. Okay, 50-50. Obviously you want to go to heaven, I assume. Right, there's two guards, identical guards, guarding each door. Okay?
Right.
The one guarding hell always tells a lie. The one guarding heaven always tells the truth. You have to ask one question to find out which is which, and then go through the door you want. What question do you ask?
I've only got one.
Yeah.
And what? One to both?
No, one to either of them. You don't know which one's which, though. So what question do you ask?
Why can't I ask, like, both of them one?
Because it's
Because
not the
rules are you can only ask one. There aren't actually two.
It's actually confusing, but when you think about it, seriously, what is the question that you can ask one of the guards that will help you to go to heaven? It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know. I can't think of any question I can ask any of them that will tell me which one is the heaven door. All right, let's see what Carl will say right now.
Two doors labelled heaven and hell, Carl. It's a leap of imagination here.
And I've definitely got to answer. I've got to ask them a question. I can't just sort of have a feel of the door to see if there's any heat or anything.
They're identical. You stand a few yards away. You cannot tell from the outside of these doors which is which. What question do you ask?
I can't look through the keyhole or anything.
There's no
Get
keyhole.
anywhere near them. Let's imagine there's a small rope that prevents you from getting anywhere near, rather like outside a nightclub.
Yeah.
So they stood there.
Yeah.
They both look the same. They're both smiling.
Yeah.
But one of them's not really smiling, really. He's trying to make me make a mistake, isn't he?
Well, he's just going to lie when you ask him a question, if you ask him.
So what's the point in asking a question? Do I know one of them's going to lie?
Yeah.
But would they be neighbours like this? Would they be that close? Why?
I mean, we're not sure if these two guys get on.
Okay, it's a logical... Well, I'll tell you the answer.
No, I want to see if he can get it. He's almost there.
No,
No, he's not almost there. What am I thinking?
hang on. Right, so you go up and you
Yeah.
go... you
Right,
go,
hang on. Well, look, let's imagine that. Let's imagine Ricky and I are those two guys. Okay, right.
But we have to... well, me and Steve will decide which doors we're guarding, okay?
Right.
I'm...
Look away, Carl.
Okay,
Right,
then.
so we've decided. Okay, one of us is guarding hell and one of us is guarding heaven. Which question you're going to ask and who you're going to ask it
This
to?
is fucking awesome.
Right. I'll just say to you, Steve, I'll go... got some post for God, eh?
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Right, you've got some posts for God here.
No, that's not a question.
Yeah, but maybe the question's coming. You got some posts for God here, yeah.
And it needs to be signed.
It's not a question. Still not a question.
No, let
So
him finish.
is God in? Because I need him to sign to this post. Is he in?
Well, I can answer that as well if you want.
Go on.
He's in. He's behind my door. Do you want to answer it?
Well,
Yes,
Do you,
he's
want,
in.
do you want to get him? Just
Well, no, you've only got one question.
So you're asking Steve, is God in? What's the answer?
Yes.
Ask me. Yes.
look, lads. I'm just trying to do a job here. What am I going to do with this?
Well, give it to me and I'll give it to God because he's behind my door. Steve?
Yeah, give it to me and I'll take it into God because he's behind my door.
You're an idiot. Let me tell you the answer. I'm guarding hell, by the way. I'm the devil. Steve's God, okay? So you asked me what Steve would say if you asked him what door he was guarding, and I'm going to lie. I know he'd say heaven because he'd tell the truth, but I'm lying, so he'd say hell. So the question is, if I was to ask the other one what door he was guarding, what would he say? And whatever the person answers is the door they're guarding.
Steve, what door are you looking after?
Well,
Heaven.
yeah.
Why should I believe you?
Because you don't know. No, that doesn't work.
No.
Because you asked me the same, and I'd say heaven as well.
Right, so who do I believe? This is where you use your gut feeling, though, isn't it? This is what life...
Well, as opposed to the pure logic that Ricky's just used.
I just think because there's a lot of questions in life where you don't know the answer and you go, do you know what? I don't like the look of him. So,
They're identical.
yeah, but they're still identical twins. You always get a little snidey one.
Oh, chimpanzee, that is raining down.
Carl's diary.
That's the jingle there for Carl's diary. Here we are. Spoke to Ricky and his friend Glyn about art. I just don't get it. Ricky had some odd pictures on his walls. I don't have any pictures up in my flat because of the mirrored wall. But I can't say I'm bothered. The mirrored wall, we should just explain what that is. When you moved into your flat, there was an enormous mirror on one wall. Was that right?
We just got this flat and, it's not a big flat, so I think the people who had it before us, he was a gay fella, right, which was a bit like, oh, so you've been doing with that mirror and that. But that was, no, just,
What? What has he been doing with the mirror?
Well,
What's he
just
been
a
doing?
bit-
Why-
No,
what?
it's just because they're quite sort of experimental in it, aren't they? And
I don't know. What do you mean? What do they do?
Well, I wouldn't know anything about it, but go on.
No, what do you want? What?
no, I don't.
Experimental in what
What do
way?
you mean experimental?
I just mean, they'd be doing stuff.
What?
Whatever they do.
Chemistry. They
What?
have a chemistry set out. They were doing experiments.
No, just doing what.
Singing "I Am What I Am" and just checking out
No,
the
each to
dance
their own. I'm
moves.
not having a go at anyone, but I'm just saying, like, they're doing what they're doing, which
Carl, you're
is
not
annoying as
homophobic,
well.
are you?
because-
You're not-
No, I'm not. I'm
What?
not. This is why.
What are you worried about? What a little gay fella was doing in your flat before you got it in front of a mirror?
I wasn't worried about it.
Why are you thinking about what he's doing? Why are you fantasizing?
Oh my god. It's awesome when Carl says something like that and they don't let it go. They keep asking him and grinding him about it. It's just fucking awesome.
What a little gay fella was doing in front of your mirror in your...
I'm not bothered. I'm just telling you why it was a bit odd that he had a mirror in there, right? But forget the history.
But you've got a mirror in there now, haven't you?
No, because what I did was I was going to take it down, and I thought, it's a bit dangerous. This, it could crack and
Because it's the
fall on
size
me.
of the whole wall, isn't it?
It took up a whole wall.
Right.
So like when he's moving about everywhere, he's got a good view of it and that. But he's got this full wall of mirror, and I thought I can't take that down. And I thought, what can I do? So I've just put wallpaper on it.
Brilliant.
And it looks all right. You wouldn't know, what have you? But it means that I can't put any pictures up. That's all I'm saying. 'Cause I've put a nail in.
And what don't you understand about art? What about art don't you understand? The concept, specifics.
No,
So-
that's like when we were in London having a shop around at Christmas, and there was that picture of fruit for 700 quid. It's like, well, just get some fruit. You know what I mean? You can get some real fruit for 3 quid.
Yeah.
I understand that, but don't invent cameras then, one or the other. Do you know what I mean? That's what annoys me. Someone invents something, and then they go, we've got to invent something else. Like the abstract thing. Why has someone gone, oh, I can't have paintings anymore because...
What do you think of Dali? Going, melting clocks and stuff? No?
I mean, the first one was all right when he did the first clock, but then all the time he's just like, oh, I'll draw something and it's got a melting clock on it. I'll do a sheep, put one of them on it.
Have you seen his lobster telephone?
That annoys me.
Why?
Because I think what annoyed me more with that is when I heard about how it happened, he had some artist mate round, right? And I don't know what happened. They were eating.
That's a good hell of an anecdote.
No, but they were eating. They were eating some food and what have you.
Yeah.
Lobsters?
And yeah, they were eating lobster.
Oh, right.
And
That's handy.
I don't know, the other artist, whoever it was, sort of
Telephone?
started saying, "Oh, you and your clocks and all that." Right?
Brilliant.
And,
This didn't happen.
They started arguing,
Yeah.
and he chucked some of the lobster.
Bollocks.
And it landed on
It
the phone.
bounced off his mate's head, went on the phone, and they both looked at each other like, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" And they brought out that phone as a bit of art. Things like that annoy me because it was then just messing.
Me too, really. But seriously, what is the fucking lobster telephone? What the fuck? What's art about that? What is, like, seriously, what's art about that? I want to know. I don't know. Just somebody tell me what the fuck is art about a lobster on a phone. I can't fucking understand this whatsoever.
That didn't happen.
Just telling you what I know. I saw his work. Each to their own, if that's what he's doing. I'm just saying, I'm not putting my stamp of approval on it. Art should be there to tell a story, not just to have a splash of colour.
Would Suzanne like some art? Just like Suzanne's not allowed to watch telly unless it's a favourite thing. Otherwise, she's got to talk to me about stuff. There's no art. There's no point. Just wallpaper.
I'm just saying, we've got three windows we can look out of.
Right.
Right? Stop looking at the walls. Look out the window.
My mum phoned and said that my Auntie Nora, the classic Auntie Nora, wanted me to look on the internet to find out what the weather would be like in Spain at the end of November. I don't know where she gets her money from. 2 months ago, she was asking me dad how much it would be to get her back garden astroturfed because she's sick and tired of the grass getting out of her
What does she
hand.
want to do? Start a football team? What does she want to back up an AstroTurf?
She likes the sort of green look, but she doesn't like the headache that comes with it, so she's just looking into getting that false grass put in there.
Brilliant.
Don't know how much it is.
That's good.
Went round to Ricky's and had some chicken curry that Ricky's girlfriend Jane had made. Ricky and Jane were going on holiday for a few days and had arranged for Glyn to come in and make sure the cat was okay while they were away. I'm sick of that cat. I was surprised that they hadn't paid for the little shit to go away with them on first class. Blimey, getting a bit vitriolic in the diary.
Why doesn't he like the fact that I've got a cat and I love the cat? Why?
It's just everything in that house that you've got gets sort of
Oh, this is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome.
special treatment, and it's a cat, and it
What do you mean you
annoys
get
me.
special treatment?
Sometimes
We put food down for it, and sometimes it gets on our lap and we stroke it.
You don't just stroke it.
We're
you
not sending
massage it. You massage its back. You go, no, you're stressed out.
Well,
you're
no, it's
stressed
good.
out."
No, I'm not saying you stressed out. At no point did I say you stressed out. You said, "What the fuck are you doing for? Is it stressed out or something?" I like touching my cat.
To be honest with you, I don't like Ricky's cat.
I can't. But
This is awesome. Both of them, they don't like Ricky's cat.
Because every time I go around there, it goes straight for the penis.
It's like the lizard thing you've got. It's just sat there. You've bought a big box, right, to be in.
Right,
The
one,
last
it's a salamander, so it's an amphibian. It's
Yeah.
not a box, it's a big vivarium.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
And
is...
as it and if you're going to criticise someone for just sitting there, having a round head and doing nothing with its life, people who live in glass houses,
No,
we've done this one.
Do you know what gets me though, right, Steve? When I was there, I was looking at it and I thought, is it dead? Right, because he's just sat there. Like,
And it was thinking exactly the same fucking
he's sat
thing.
there, not moving, right? And then on the top of the box is like a box full of crickets and stuff. That's it. It's food.
Yeah.
Right? But they were more active than the thing that it was going to
This is awesome.
feed. Get rid of the lizards. Keep them in there. More entertaining. Don't understand it.
A few months back, a girl who was
This is fucking awesome. Seriously, keep them in there. Just get rid of the lizard. More entertaining. Yes.
having a kid show me one of them scans of the kid that was in her. That's science gone mad, innit? I couldn't think of anything nice to say as it looked like a frog.
Do you know why we've got to that point? What? Why have we got to see something that young? Why?
Because people can keep an eye on the progress of the baby in the womb.
Yeah, but why are they printing it out and stuff? Surely that's for a doctor to see.
Well, that's just an added bonus for people who are interested in such
But that's
things.
like saying, why do you take pictures of anything?
No, but what I mean is, why? At what point are we going to stop? Are we going to start sort of X-raying the fella's testicles and saying, well, there it is at a really young age? Well, where are we going to stop?
It's
I don't think anybody thought of that specific thing ever in the whole history of the human fucking race to actually, like X-ray the semen to find out the one semen that will impregnate the woman to get the baby. Oh my God, Carl did it again, guys. Carl did it again. His brain works in mysterious ways. That's what's up.
horses for courses, isn't it? Some people like to have a record of their baby in the womb. They
That's
like
right.
to show their baby. They're
They sit
excited about it.
They sit down and they show the friends the slideshow. That's the birth. Oh, that's the conception. Oh, look, Ron's going a bit mad there, isn't he?
But why do I need to see this? This is what I'm saying. It was an awkward situation because she was happy with it. I was like, oh, God. You know what I mean? It was an odd-looking thing. I couldn't say, oh, it looks like you, because that would be a diss.
Well, Rick, you're not the only one who's been away. I know you've been off working, but
Yeah.
I, at long last, have taken a bit of leisure time.
Go on.
And you've probably heard of the Rio de Janeiro Carnival. Only one of the hottest, events in the world calendar.
Yeah.
Imagine me down there.
Oh,
Rio,
God.
you can imagine, did not know what hit it.
Oh, God almighty. Were you like Paul the Party Animal Parker?
He would not have been able to keep up if he was with me.
God, what did you do? What did you get up to?
Oh, let me tell you right now. Day one, I almost drowned. Day two, I got a foot infection and spent the day in the hospital. And the rest of the time, I had diarrhea. So that was a hell of a time.
Carnival.
Yeah. I did. I was able to watch some of the carnival on TV,
Oh,
and it
right.
looked brilliant. It looked
Did it?
amazing. I didn't actually. It was difficult to make out because the TV wasn't actually in my room. Because in an effort to save money, I wasn't staying in a hotel. I was staying with a bunch of other people in some kind of like someone's flat that they let out, and so I had to watch the TV like from my window, watching a neighbour's TV. And of course, when they change the channel, often during the juicy bits, I couldn't see anything. And but it looked really good. I'm bunged up at the moment just so I can get through the show. But I've just been on a 12-hour flight, and it is terrifying being on a flight when you know that any moment you could go. Because you know how the problem is sometimes the toilet's free, and sometimes you've got to queue up. And the worst bit is that sort of half an hour just before you land, when they say the toilets are out of bounds now. I tell you, I went twice before that in quick succession. The woman sat next to the toilet. She didn't know what was going on, the noises and stuff in there, and I was really panicky.
Oh, Christ.
And so of course then on the whole flight, as we're landing, I'm really petrified because I'm thinking this could. I packed a pair of underpants and jeans in the bag in the holdall. Just in case it all went. And I was really, because I hate flying anyway, and I hate landing because it's the most terrifying moment of the journey. Then it really was rumbling, and I was thinking, I got to get out of here. Of course, you know when you're in a hurry, suddenly everything makes you angry. The little old lady in front of me who's just hobbling along off the gangplank. just really annoyed.
With your bad hips and your bad
and your
legs.
Zimmer frame.
I know you've been through a war, but get out of my way.
Yeah. And just anyone who kind of even passes you, you just and so I managed to get there just in time, got into the and it all went off. Man alive, it was grim. But that was not.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I never thought Steve had it in him. But when you think about it, these guys are fucking comedians, and everything in their life they make everything in their life somehow funnier. It's fucking awesome. Like, it's a traveling experience. This happens to so many people, but when Steve says what exactly happened to him, that's fucking awesome, and it's really funny.
Anything compared with the first couple of days, because the first day I went for a walk. Ipanema Beach is famous for just the beautiful, beautiful people that gather there. There's so many beautiful women in Rio, it made me angry. I was angry that these women were so attractive and that, none of them were even looking at them. So, but anyway, I'm on the beach because I was shopping and I needed a wee. Right, and we went for a quick impromptu swim, and I thought, wee in the sea.
Just think of him on this beach right with diarrhea.
Well, I'm wearing great big long shorts because I'm not going to try and compete with these boys because they are.
And you are, could I say this, the whitest man
Yeah.
I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, with his shirt off, you can see his heart like a newborn fish.
Well, this was the thing. As I went into the sea to have a wee, there was a discussion about this.
As I went into the sea to have a wee in a little tray.
See, there was a discussion about this because I'm very much of the opinion that you should take your trunks down. And some people, some of my friends are saying, just do it in your trunks and let the sea just wash it away.
What a hell of a carnival.
And I think I'm against that. I've always been against that in swimming pools, everything, So I
I'm against pissing in swimming pools, full stop. It doesn't matter whether you do get in, take your trunks down or don't piss in
But
a
what about in
swimming
the
pool.
sea?
Yeah, well, fine. Yeah,
Fine, okay, right,
fish do it.
So anyway, so I'm in the sea trying to urinate, and I kneeled because I'm obviously very tall, so it's tricky to get deep enough for the water to mask what you're up to. So I tried to kneel down in the water, right, and I got John Thomas out, but then the water swept out again and just left me on the beach. But luckily my back was to everyone, so no one saw. So I walked.
Think of a funnier sight than Steve Merchant on his knees with his little John Thomas out. I don't know how big it is. I've never seen it. Well, I imagine it's in proportion to the rest of it. Is it?
That's all I'll say is I've been a little shortchanged. But so then I got up and I waded a bit deeper in, right? And now I was trying. I got it out. But what I didn't realise is that the waves just off the beach are really just uncontrollable. You never know what's going to happen. So suddenly I see this giant wave coming towards me, crashing towards me, and I got the cock out and everything, and it grabs this wave, comes over me and lifts me up, flips me up in the water, right? And I'm floundering around. I can't see anything because, of course, I had to take my glasses off to go in the sea because I didn't want to lose them.
Oh God!
So I floundering around, and I'm genuinely getting scared because as I try to get into shore, the wave just pulls me back again. So I'm waving to my friends on the beach. But
With everything.
Well, what I don't realise is that because I'm not wearing my glasses, I don't realise that I've been dragged along the beach some way, and I'm not actually waving to my friends. So there's like a bunch of these beautiful women on Ipanema Beach watching a pasty white man waving with his cock out. And what annoyed me was my friends were laughing, and that really angers
if
me.
I'd have been there, I would have burst.
But why wouldn't you have come running? Would you have come running in and helped me?
Oh, I couldn't have saved you with your glasses off and your knob out. If I ever save you, I want you to be fully dressed with your glasses on.
So you'd have just let me go. That would have been what you'd said to my parents. He had his knob out and his glasses off. There was no way I was
I
going to.
can't think of a funnier sight. Oh.
Oh my god. So yeah, that was fucking awesome. That was fucking amazing. Especially the Steve's bit, the last one, the last like what, 5 to 4 minutes. That was fucking brilliant. Yeah, that was fucking brilliant. It was really funny. I don't think I ever watched anything for Steve like as a stand-up comedy. I should check it out, right? But yeah, what do you think about the Doppleganger thingy? And let's have a thought. Let's say a thought exchange in the comments down below, and tell me, what you would do with your doppelganger if you ever met one. Alright? For me, it's gonna totally be, you know, the teleportation kind of stunt. When I try and trick people that I know how to teleport, that'll be fucking awesome. That'll be really funny. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and smash that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe and tell me you're subscribed in the comments down below. There's links to support the channel in the description box if you would like to support me doing what I do here on YouTube, because this is my job. This is not, it's like the only job I have. Please do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace the fuck out. See ya.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to get all new videos. Have a beautiful day. If you don't subscribe, you'll never find a girlfriend.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.